Hello everyone! It's me, Rubik's. Now, as you can see from the thumbnail, I'm dipping my toes in the world of tier list. And I thought, where's a better place to start than my favorite animated show, Lego Monkie Kid? Actually, before we start the video, I do have something special to show you all. Check out Rubik's new design! Pretty cool, right? Figured I'd change things up a bit, make him less creepy, more cutesy. Back to the video. Lego Monkie Kid is a show about the Monkie Kid, also known as MK, who leads an ordinary life as a noodle delivery boy until destiny chooses him for a legendary quest against a powerful enemy who was subdued by the Monkey King several hundred years ago. Honestly, go watch the show. The first 2 seasons are on Amazon Prime, and season 3 through 4 is on Happy Kids. It's worth it, trust me. This fandom has a lot of shipping. I should know. I've made my entire life about one of them. And I wanted to share my favorites and least favorites. But I also don't want to put down any ships. As long as a ship is legal, I don't feel any right to judge it. Ship what you want. That's why the categories are different. But the base I used is in the description below if you want to make your own. Alright, first tier, OTP. My favorite number 1 pairing. I love these two. I love them so much, and you can pry them from my cold, dead hands. The It's Okay tier. I like this ship. It's good. Good ship. Not my cup of tea. A ship I personally can't see, don't care for, and I just don't see anything romantic going on. The family tier list I was hesitant to put on here, but these are for the pairings I see more as family material more than ship material. The complicated tier is somewhat my favorite because it's ships that I see have either dated in the past or have feelings for each other, and it's an unrequited love type of thing. And finally, jail. The ship is illegal. Alright, now that we've got that all sorted, let's get started. Okay, first ship, MK and Red Sun or Spicy Noodles. I have mixed feelings on this ship. I like it a lot, and I think it's really cute. I definitely see the appeal of enemies, kids/students running away together, or angry meets sunshine stereotypes. I wouldn't go down with this ship, but I like it. They would balance each other out. I could also see Red Sun helping MK stay on track with his job, or help him train. Meanwhile, MK helps Red Sun relax, not be so angry. MK and May, Golden Dragon. I'm not a fan of this ship. There's nothing wrong with it, and I think in theory it could be cute, but it kind of stems from a man and woman can't be friends, and if they hang out, they must like each other. They have this adorable little bond. They always have each other's backs, and it seems like they're always thinking what the other is thinking. In the Samadhi Fire episode, when Mei is popping off on Wukong, one thing she brings up is MK. She cares about her friend, and MK cares about her, because even when she was on fire, he ran in to go be with her, to hug her, to tell her everything was going to be okay, and they were going to do this together. They have a great bond. I definitely see why people ship this, but I just think they work better as friends. Plus, there was a literal episode where when the idea of him and May were dating, he threw up.
MK, I love you.
Nope, I don't.
Okay, next one. May and Red Sun, Dragon Fruit. First off, I adore their ship name. It's so cute, it fits them perfectly. I like them for the same reason I like Spicy Noodles. I feel like May would bring out the best in Red Sun, and Red Sun would make sure May didn't get into too much trouble. I feel like, though, I would feel more frustrated with May and Red Sun as a ship. It would feel like Red Sun is just keeping May out of trouble. She's never growing or learning. A good example of this I can think of is Harley and Ivy from the Harley Quinn animated series. It's constantly feeling like Harley keeps messing up and hurting people, Ivy especially, and she's never learning from this. Like there's no real development. I don't want to think May would be that kind of person. I know she has her serious moments, but compared to MK, she has less of those. MK's clones and Red Sun. I I am hesitant to put it anywhere, but I figure since it's still technically MK, I would just put it in the category I put spicy noodles. I wasn't aware also that people ship Red Sun and that guy from the pilot, and I'm pretty sure he was in Attack of the Spider Queen. I don't see anything wrong with it, but I also don't get it. Shadow Peach! My beloved, the best ship, my reason for living, the cure to my depression! They're perfect, they just make me want to shake them! Ah! Okay, but for real, I love this ship, if you couldn't tell from everything. I love their dynamic, bitter sworn exes that were clearly hurt by each other but still somewhat care. You cannot look me in the eyes and tell me they don't still care for each other. They're messy, they're complicated, neither know how to express their feelings for each other in a healthy way, and I love it. I have more to say about this ship. I have a lot to say about them, actually. Like, an entire video's worth. So that's my plan. I'm not going to share everything I love about this ship here. I'll do it in another video. I will go down with this ship. I refuse to let them go. Tang x Wukong. Yeah, to be honest, I don't see the appeal. I get that Tang is obsessed with Wukong, but besides that, I don't see any real connection between the two. Now, Wukong and Zhubaje, I hope I'm saying his name right, I can kind of get. A mutual on Twitter explained the idea to me, and I find it cute. Both are cocky and bring out the worst and good in each other. They may fight but still care about each other. I still don't ship it, but I understand it. But I don't understand Pigsy. I think it's because Pigsy will actually call Wukong out on his bullshit, but still, I don't see that being anything besides Pigsy being a good dad. For Tripitaka or the Great Monk Tong Zhangsheng, if I am not saying his name right, I apologize, but I see him more as a tired dad to the pilgrims. He's silly and fun, but he's basically holding all four of them on a leash while trying not to have a breakdown. Same thing for Wukong and Demon Volking. I don't see romance. I see Wukong as an annoying little brother. They definitely hang out, and Wukong would have been Demon Volking's best man in his wedding, but I genuinely cannot see romance here. Spider Queen and Wukong is such a funny ship to me. I definitely see the appeal. They're fun bickering. The idea of them being exes definitely makes me laugh. They're so egotistical, and I could see them clashing a lot. Definitely love them as exes. Tang x Pigsy or Free Noodles. I love this ship. I think they're silly and seem like an old married couple. They bicker and seem to get on each other's nerves, but there's a very clear love and trust. Like, no matter how many times they argue or fight, they still know they care about each other. And we see Pigsy holding Tang a lot. I get why Pigsy and Spider Queen are shipped, but I don't see it actually going anywhere. They're too headstrong and would clash too much. Okay, I definitely don't get why Macaque and Pigsy are shipped. Please somebody explain it to me. Any scene they have, I feel like they're fighting. They're never bonding or even hint they even tolerate each other. So please, if you ship this, I want an explanation. I want to understand the appeal. I don't mind Pigsy x Chang'e. I could see them bonding over their love of cooking. Pigsy definitely had or has a crush on her. But I struggle to ship a lot of people with Chang'e to begin with because of her lore. To make a long story short, she drank an elixir of immortality and went up to the moon and was permanently separated from her husband. I don't hate the ship. The only reason it's not an OTP is just because I love Free Noodles so much more. I like the idea of Sandy and Pigsy being exes, or like they thought they had romantic feelings but are just really chill friends. I don't, however, get Tang and Sandy. I feel like they only know each other because they're both friends with Pigsy, and I can't see a connection between the two of them. Sandy and Macaque, or Lunar Tides. I was surprised how much I like this ship. I think it'd be good for Macaque to be with a guy who's healthier, has strong boundaries, is loyal, and wants to help. It doesn't beat Shadow Peaches for me, but I do like it. I think it's wholesome. They give me cottagecore vibes. I have the same feelings for Sandy x Huntsman Spider. I think Sandy could bring out the better in people, make them happier and help them learn how to handle stress or bad behaviors in a healthier way. Not to mention the scene we had with them is actually really cute and angsty. I like it a lot. It was nice building on Sandy's character. I just think Chang'e and Scorpion Queen would be cute girlfriends. But not as cute as Scorpion Queen and Spider Queen. I know they haven't interacted, and this one is more of a guilty pleasure. I like the idea of Scorpion Queen being awkward, a bit shy. Then here comes Spider Queen, her hot-headedness, helping her come out of her shell, and they're just so cute together. I know logically, probably they wouldn't be a good ship together, but I just find them cute as an aesthetic. I could definitely see Spider Queen and Chang'e being besties, although I feel like Chang'e would be annoyed with Spider Queen's arrogance. If they were dating, it'd be a struggle of balance. I don't think it'd be impossible, I just think it would be hard, and I can't see Spider Queen wanting to put in that effort. If you ship this obvious gay man and Scorpion Queen, jail. Okay, this one's for my own amusement, and I'm just being silly, but I like the fandom Syntax X Mayor ship. Why aren't I doing this for the others? I don't really like the other fandom's versions of the ship. This one is the exception. I like the idea of the mayor just being a pawn that got so lost in mind control he forgot who he is, and Syntax helped him remember that. Do I even need to explain Princess Ironfan and Demon Bull King?
What happened?
Mother!
You came back to me.
Tang and Macaque, or Inky Pages. I can see why the ship got some followers. It's cute, and I can see both of them bonding over how unimportant or overshadowed they feel. Except we had that whole scene with Tang and Pigsy when they did that. Macaque's cocky and snarky personality, I feel like would clash with Tang's too much. I feel like when Tang is frightened, Macaque wouldn't be there to emotionally support him or shield him like Pigsy does. Pigsy helped Tang get confident. He helped him find out who he really was and that he already was doing something good for the team. Macaque was not helping with that, and while I admit it wasn't Macaque's intention to actually lift up Tang in that episode, Tang needs somebody there that would build him up like Pigsy does, and Macaque isn't one for that. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember these characters' names. I know who they are, but I have no clue where the ship came from. Traffic Light Trio! Yes! I think they'd be a cute poly couple, and it would balance each other out a lot easier. But when I say I ship all three of them, I more so mean MK and May are dating Red Sun. I really don't see MK and May together, but I like the couple dynamic. Again, I just don't see Tang and Wukong or Macaque working out, especially together. I think Pigsy, Sandy, and Tang are cute. They're just old men who love each other. Although I feel like it's the same thing like with Traffic Light Trio, I just see them dating Pigsy. I feel like I'm just repeating myself on some of these, so let's burn through them. Okay, now time for a real talk. MK and Wukong. Words cannot describe how much I hate this ship. It's a pro ship, illegal. Besides the extreme age difference and the fact that it's student next teacher, Wukong sees MK as a child, a kid. All his nicknames are literally affiliated with what you would call a child. Bud, Kid. MK literally named himself after Wukong, Monkie King. Not to mention it's hinted MK came from the same stone as Wukong. I don't know how genetics work behind rock eggs, but you know what that sounds like? Incest. This ship is downright disgusting, and if you ship it, for the love of God, go see a therapist. This kind of thinking is just not healthy. You can genuinely hurt others or your own view of the world. My feelings for Macaque and MK are the same. It's fucking gross. Okay, moving on. With Nezha ships, I personally feel uncomfortable with them just because Nezha is usually depicted as a 12-year-old, and it makes me uncomfortable. But that's just me. Okay, so on to less gross ships, Sandy and Wukong. I don't see anything wrong with it, but I don't see any reason to ship it either. But I don't mind it. Lady Bone Demon is a hard character to ship with anyone. She seems so focused on her goal, I could never see her in a relationship unless it's to use them. But even then, I don't think she'd pretend for that long, and would just discard them or mind control them. The exception is the mayor, but even then, I see him more obsessed with her, kind of like a Rose and Pearl situation from Steven Universe. I really like Pang and Azura. I like them because it's another variation of Sunshine x loner type thing. I think Azura could bring out the more patient and less rude side of Pang, making them more tolerable and patient. I think Azura would be good for Pang. I think Aolei and Wukong would be a queer platonic couple. like they kiss and hold hands, but wouldn't be actually dating because they're just a couple of bros. You know those joke kiss the homies goodnight? Yeah, that's them. Words can't describe the amount of chemicals that go off in my brain for Peng and Macaque. I love the idea of them being exes. They just go out with each other out of convenience, and it was just fighting and being bitter. Or they were really good partners at first, and then something happened that made them hate each other. I think it's just a lot of fun material to work with. Azura and Macaque, Shadowmane. I see this ship all the time, and I don't get it. I feel like Macaque and Azura never actually talk to each other, and are just around each other and friendly for Wukong's sake. Like, Azura became friends with Wukong, and that forced Macaque into their friend group. I don't think Azura hates Macaque, or I don't think they dislike each other. I just think they're awkward around each other, because they're not friends, they just share a friend. Oh yeah, Azura definitely had a huge fat crush on Wukong. Their unrequited love, and I love it. I'll be real, my journey to the West Lore is a bit limited, so maybe that's why I don't see Erlang and Wukong. I don't see anything wrong with it, besides the fact he burnt Wukong's throat with molten lava when he was trapped under the mountain, but we haven't ever met Erlang in the show yet, so I don't know what he's supposed to be like. Moon Duo! Again, not my favorite. I logically couldn't see them together, but I like their aesthetic of the moon. I think it's cute. Well, that was my take on LEGO Monkie Kid ships. I'm sure I missed some, and again, these are just my takes. I don't want you to feel ashamed or attacked for your ships. This is just fiction. Ship whoever you want. Make your own tier list. Anyways, I hope you all have a great Christmas or happy holidays, whatever holiday you're celebrating. If you do make a tier list, I would love to see it. Alright, Rubik's out!